Hi there, my name is Taro Iwamoto. I am a Feldenkrais practitioner. And in today's video, I'm going to turn a simple daily activity into a mindful movement lesson. So, activity that I'm going to pick today is opening a sliding window or sliding door. So I'm going to use my sliding window, and then I'll show you, I'm going to guide you through a simple movement lesson. So what you're going to do is you're going to first stand in front of the window, and then very slowly, I'd like you to slowly open the window. And when you do that, and go ahead and pay attention, where do you feel effort and to open the window? How much of an effort does it take to open the window? And then also pay attention. You can do it a few times and notice, where do you begin the movement? Where is the movement initiated from? So that's the first reference movement. And then as I guide you through this movement, and then you're going to become aware and how you do it, and then how you can actually do it in a more efficient way. And then at the end, you're going to check any changes and in the amount of the effort and how you open the window and how that changes on your body. So first, stand, and then begin to open and slide to open the window, and pay attention, please. Okay, I won't repeat right here because it just makes too much noise. So, but I'll have you do it a few times, maybe 2 times and 3 times, and slowly, so that you can understand or you can feel, and where do you feel the most effort? And how do you start the movement? Where do you start the movement? Okay, so let's actually begin now. So do this opening, closing. I'm going to do it, I'm going to pretend opening it because it just causes too much noise. So as I'm beginning to open and slide and to open the window, and close it in again, and go ahead and pay attention, what do you use first? And do you notice an effort? And do you begin the movement from your arms, or do you begin the movements from your torso? Or do you begin the movements from your pelvis? Or do you begin the movements from your feet? So just the first to notice, how do you open? Where do you start the movement? And now, you're going to take a pause. And the next time you do it, before you begin to open the windows, and bring attention to your feet. And please notice whether that you shift your weight, and as you begin to open, do you leave your feet still, or do you notice the weight, you're shifting your weight? And if you do shift your weight, which leg are you shifting the weight to? And if you notice the weight or not shifting, and can you allow your weight to shift? And which way does it make sense to shift your weight to? If you're sliding and opening the window to the right side, does your weight shift to the right, or does your weight shift to the left? And do both ways. And probably one way makes a lot more sense than going the other way. And so now that you are allowing your weight to shift, and the next I'd like you to notice is and pay attention to your pelvis. And so as the pelvis shifts, and as the pelvis turns, and do it a few times so you become aware of what the pelvis is doing. how you're moving your pelvis or not moving your pelvis. So if the pelvis is not moving, and try shifting the pelvis the same directions that you are opening the window. So if you're sliding the door, opening the window to the right, and allowing the weight to shift to the right, and allowing the pelvis to also move to the right. And what about the turning? Is the pelvis staying forward, or is the pelvis turning? And try turning the pelvis to the right as you're opening, if you are opening the window to the right, and then allow the pelvis to turn to the right as well as shifting to the right, and then return. That. Okay. So kind of moving the organizing the movement from your feet and moving upward. Okay, so from the ground upward. So you may have started a movement opening the windows from your arms first, but now going through this movement sequence and you're actually moving from the ground upward. So from your feet moving upward. And let's also try this one. As you're starting to opening the windows, let's go back to your feet again. Okay, intentionally, if you do this, pressing your foot to shift your weight to the right. Okay, so since I am opening my window to the right, so I'm going to reference to myself, and I am pressing my left foot down and then outward to shift myself over to the right, if that makes sense. And of course, if you're opening the window to the left side, you're going to be doing the opposite way. Okay, so you bring attention to your foot, your left foot, and direct your press and downward and outward. So you press your foot down and then outward to shift your weight and to allow your body to shift to the right. Okay, and to open the window. Put, and then back, shift, and back. Okay. Then of course you have to engage your trunk muscles, your core muscles to move and to transmit the force all the way up and through the spine into the arms. If you don't, and of course what happens if you're not engaging your trunk muscles, your core muscles, and then you're trying to open it, and what you're going to end up is you're going to end up in twisting your spine. Right? You feel that, so you try that way. There. So you do have to activate your trunk muscles to stabilize the trunk and then to transmit the force from your feet, from the ground upward into the arms, and then finally you're going to connect that force and to your arms and to open and slide the window. All right? So my guess is that this is probably not how you started, but now that you are changing the way that you are opening the windows, and how does that change the effort and to open it? And there is a lot less demand on your arms, on your shoulders, as you are starting the movement from the larger parts of yourself, your hips, your legs, okay? And then your core, your trunk, and then to open it finally with your arms. This way. And you are going to, if you do this, right? So if you're opening the window, and here, and to the right, say, and then if you're not using the foot, not using your legs to initiate the motion, this is what it looks like. Okay, you lift that one foot up. Okay, I'm going to lift my left leg up, So if you're opening the window to the right side and lift your left foot, and then now you don't have your left foot that you can press into the ground. So which makes it very, very difficult to open the window. So you're going to try that. But if you're opening the window to the right side, you lift your right foot, and then you're trying to open it. And see how much more effort does it take to do the same work, right? Because you don't have the ground that you can press into. You can't use your legs effectively. So then you're gonna have to, that's really pretty much what it feels like if you didn't have the strong legs to do that motion. And then all you have is, you got your arms, got your core, but no ground, no leg. So hard, right? And my window is kind of heavy, so I am not able to actually open it without using my leg. So now I put my left leg back on, and then so now I can do this. Like that. Okay? So now we've done this one, the sequence. Okay? And to learn to open the window and then reorganize the movement from the ground upward instead of moving from your arms downward, right? And now we'll go back and then check and open a window just one last time, and then just compare that to the very first time you did it before we began a lesson. And do you feel the difference? And where is an effort now do you feel? So you pretty much using the whole body to do that motion, whereas probably initially you didn't do that. So there's that difference. All right, and so that's the end of my lesson. All right, so there's many, many ways, and you can actually turn any daily activities into daily the mindful movement lessons. And so I'll probably show you another video and how, I'll probably pick a different activity, and then I'm going to turn that into a mindful movement lesson next time. But if you have any questions about this lesson, from this lesson, and any questions in the comments, and please leave the comments and questions in the section down below. And if you like this video, and please smash it and the like button. And if you're new to this channel, and please don't forget to subscribe. So thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.